Order filled.
All right, I'm in short at 82 right there. Take profit probably around 50, 40 ticks. All
Order
right,
filled.
I added to this. Oh my god, that sounds loud. All right, I added to this, moving my stop loss to 25 ticks around there. And now we want to see a continuation of this drop. Let's see what 50 ticks is. Okay. Yeah, I might go for a 50 ticks depending on how it reacts though. Let's see though. But we did break that trend line, so I know there is lots of room for this to keep going down, which is why I like this trade a lot. So drop it for us. Nice. Okay, and I'm out.
Order filled.
Yeah, I like that. Touch this zone. Nice 75 ticks.
Good afternoon session. Let's go. Boom. That's how you do it. Okay. If you don't know why I got into a sell and why I got out, let's talk about it. Okay.
What's up, guys? Before I get into why I took the trade, I want to clarify that normally I don't trade in the afternoon just because it tends to be a little bit more choppy. So when I do wait for the 2 p.m. candle and see how it reacts. Normally around 2 p.m. there tends to be like a slight reversal. That's just what I've seen. But I also do tend to be really picky in the afternoon, and that's exactly what I did today. And I did wait patiently. I waited around 40 minutes to an hour just to get into a trade. So I was observing for a while. Okay, but let's get to why I took the trade here. If you zoom out on the 5-minute chart, on the left side of my chart, I like to mark out support and resistance. You zoom out on the 5-minute chart, you see this sort of resistance over here. Rejected it 1, 2, kind of 3, 4, 5, 6, a bunch of times. Okay, so it's definitely an area of interest. So are all of these zones. Okay, all of these zones are some type of area of interest. The reason I like support and resistance is because for me, it's like it always tells you something for the future. Okay, like in the charts, if you don't know why it stops somewhere, look to the left and you will see something. Okay, so that's the area of interest that I was interested in. And then on the right side, I don't think there was much. Yeah, there wasn't much, just liquidity and an old area of supply. Also on the right side, I mark out supply and demand and liquidity. Recently, though, this week, I haven't marked out much liquidity. I just want to focus on area of interest and not old liquidity. So if we zoom in here on the 1-minute chart, you can see that there was a slight uptrend and I marked it out because I wanted to be a confluence for me in the future to see a trend line break. All right, that's why I drew it. And I also drew this little, I don't know what it's called, horizontal ray, parallel channel. I drew that with a 50% thing. just because, the trend line isn't perfect and a bunch of the wicks bounce off from the 50% or just, you know, around the beginning of the parallel channel. That's why I like that. Drawing tool. Anyways, we waited for the 2 p.m. candle. So it was this one. I was expecting more movement, not gonna lie, but I was very patient. Um, I could have gotten in as soon as I saw that rejection, but since it was in the afternoon, I do tend to be more picky, so I just waited for extra confirmation, right? I got in on this candle because it closed inside of the channel and on the 50% line, which we haven't done before. And also just the way it pushed down, I really liked the momentum, so I got in. Okay, but at first I was in one contract, okay? Then I saw it retested the 50% and it kept respecting the trend line or the channel, whatever you want to call it. It respected it. It didn't close inside of it again. It closed outside of it, which gave me more confidence to add into the position. And once I added, I shrunk down my stop loss to 25 ticks. That way, I was still risking the same amount as before. Okay. But after I added, there was a huge push down. Once it touched the zone, that's all I really wanted, and I got out. Okay. I got out for around 77 ticks, and it was a perfect trade. Okay. And I could have held till 100, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. I don't really care. I got my profit. I got in and out. Right. That's all that matters. And also, guys, if you didn't know, earnings just came out for Tesla and Google. If you don't know, Tesla and Google are pretty high up in the top 100 companies of tech, which is the NASDAQ 100. And it came out around, I think it was 4 p.m. Yeah, 4 p.m. And as you can see, there is a bunch of movement and it gapped down once it opened up at 6 p.m., which is definitely something to look to. It's definitely something to keep in mind, okay? Oh my god, look at that gap. Wow, I didn't even realize that. That's crazy. Huge gap down. Huge gap down. So, if you trade London session, keep that in mind. Also, if you're trading tomorrow in the morning, it's going to be very crazy because of the earnings that just came out. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you guys for the support and thank you for watching.